Missouri is a state in the Midwestern region of the United States. With more than 6 million residents, it is the 19th most populous state of the country. The largest urban areas are St. Louis, Kansas City, Springfield and Columbia. The capital is Jefferson City. The state is the 21st most extensive in area. Missouri is bordered by 8 states: Iowa to the north, Illinois, Kentucky and Tennessee to the east, Arkansas to the south and Oklahoma, Kansas and Nebraska to the west. In the south are the Ozarks, a forested highland, providing timber, minerals, and recreation. The Missouri River, after which the state is named, flows through the center of the state into the Mississippi River, which makes up Missouri's eastern border. Humans have inhabited the land now known as Missouri for at least 12,000 years. The Mississippian culture built cities and mounds before declining in the 14th century. When European explorers arrived in the 17th century, they encountered the Osage and Missouri nations. The French established Louisiana, a part of New France, founding St. Genevieve in 1735 and St. Louis in 1764. After a brief period of Spanish rule, the United States acquired the Louisiana Purchase in 1803. Americans from the upland South, including enslaved African Americans, rushed into the new Missouri Territory. Missouri was admitted as a slave state as part of the Missouri Compromise of 1820. Many from Virginia, Kentucky and Tennessee settled in the Boones Lake area of mid-Missouri. Soon after, heavy German immigration formed the Missouri Rhineland. Missouri played a central role in the westward expansion of the United States, as memorialized by the Gateway Arch, the Pony Express, Oregon Trail, Santa Fe Trail and California Trail all began in Missouri. As a border state, Missouri's role in the American Civil War was complex and there were many conflicts within. After the war, both Greater St. Louis and the Kansas City metropolitan area became centers of industrialization and business. Today the state is divided into 114 counties and the independent city of St. Louis. Missouri's culture blends elements from the Midwestern and Southern United States. The musical styles of ragtime, Kansas City jazz and St. Louis blues developed in Missouri. The well-known Kansas City-style barbecue and lesser-known St. Louis-style barbecue can be found across the state and beyond. Missouri is also a major center of beer brewing. Anheuser-Busch is the world's largest producer. Missouri wine is produced in the Missouri Rhineland and Ozarks. Missouri's alcohol laws are among the most permissive in the United States. Outside of the state's major cities, popular tourist destinations include the Lake of the Ozarks, Table Rock Lake and Branson. Well-known Missourians include Chuck Berry, Sheryl Crow, Walt Disney, Edwin Hubble, Nellie, Brad Pitt, Harry S. Truman, and Mark Twain. Some of the largest companies based in the state include Cerner, Express Scripts, Monsanto, Emerson Electric, Edward Jones, H&R Block, Wells Fargo Advisors, Centene Corporation, and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Well-known universities in Missouri include the University of Missouri, Missouri Western State University, St. Louis University, Washington University in St. Louis. Missouri has been called the Mother of the West and the Cave State. But its most famous nickname is the Show Me State. The state is named for the Missouri River, which was named after the indigenous Missouri Indians, a Sioux language tribe. It is said they were called the Wemesauritah, meaning, those who have dug out canoes, by the Miami, Illinois language speakers. This appears to be folk etymology. The Illinois spoke an Algonquin language and the closest approximation that can be made is that of their close neighbors. The Ajib is, you ought to go downriver and visit those people. This would be an odd occurrence, as the French who first explored and attempted to settle the Mississippi River usually got their translations during that time fairly accurate, often giving things French names that were exact translations of the native tongue. Assuming Missouri were deriving from the Sioux language, it would translate as, it connects to the side of it, in reference to the river itself. This is not entirely likely either, as this would be coming out as, Maya Sunni. Most likely, though, the name Missouri comes from chiver, a Sioux language spoken by people who resided in the modern-day states of Wisconsin, Iowa, South Dakota, Missouri and Nebraska. The name, Missouri, has several different pronunciations even among its present-day natives. The two most common being per meter Zuri, or any combination of these phonetic realizations may be observed coming from speakers of American English. In British received pronunciation, the preferred variant is per meter Zuri, Missouri, with per meter Shri, Missouri being a possible alternative. The linguistic history was treated definitively by Donald M. Lance, who